Hello, how are you? I wanted to give you a special lesson today about present unreal conditionals because that's what's next in our book. Now, we've talked about real conditionals, which uh, are possible, could happen. And so now we're going to talk about unreal conditionals. Okay, so in particular, present unreal conditionals. Now, this tense, when do you use it? You use it because it's imaginary. It's just like, oh, if I won the lottery, I would buy a house. So it's kind of for dreamers. For those of you who are always dreaming about the future, if I get out of quarantine, if I got out of quarantine, I would put my feet in the ocean right away. That's imaginary because apparently we're going to stay in quarantine for a while. Well, you get the idea. It's imaginary. It's for the dreamers and the wishers. I wish this would happen. All right. So we're looking at present unreal conditionals. This is in the side-by-side, page 72 through 78. It is imaginary, okay? Like some imaginary, unreal thing in the future is going to happen, or you wish would happen, or you would really like to happen. We know it's unreal conditionals because we need an if and would, okay? If I won $1 million, I would buy a new house. That's a good example. Now, the if clause uses the past tense. This is how you make it. This is the grammatical correctness. It's a real pain, I have to tell you. And sometimes I need to correct myself. And but if you're really precise English speakers, you'll get it. And if you don't get it, you'll recognize it when you hear it. All right? This is when you are imagining, oh, if I were single, I would go dancing every Friday night. If I were single, I'm not single. I'm married, happily married, so it's okay that I don't go dancing Friday night. I dance with Elisa anyway. All right. So in this imaginary state, we use if and would. The if clause uses past tense. The would clause takes the present tense. How do you like that? Let me say that again. The if clause takes past tense of the verb. The would part, the would clause, takes the present tense. What? What are you doing to me? Okay. If I won, that's past tense. If I won $1 million, I would buy, present tense, a new house. Okay. If I bought a new house, I would decorate it. You can see this is the past, this is the present. If I decorated it, it would be colorful. All right, also notice the comma. When you start a sentence with if in a conditional, you need a comma between the clauses. What? Don't freak out over this. Because you know what, really, you don't need to freak out. How often do you use this tense? How often do you imagine unreal situations? Not very often, but sometimes you do. And in those cases, you'll need this tense. How wonderful. Now, if you want to start with the would part, you can. It's okay. Just remember that the would takes the present tense. I would buy a new house if I won $1 million. Now, notice if I start with I would, you don't need a comma in here. All right? Number 2, I would decorate it if I bought a new house. It would be colorful if I decorated it. Well, you know that. You know how I love colors. So I just wanted to give you a little introduction into our new best friend, if and would. Okay, because this means we are talking in the present unreal conditional. Some imaginary tense. It's going to get a little difficult, but you know what? I know you and you're up for the challenge. You can repeat this over and over again too. That's the nice thing. You don't get it, just watch it again. And now I'm going to do page side by side, page 72 in a different video. Don't freak out. If you freak out, if you freaked out, I would be sad. Let me say that again. If you freaked out, I would be sad. All right. Don't freak out. I just need to know how to stop this crazy thing.